All right, it's time for the SpaceBro Show. That's right. And tonight's super guest, we have the one, the only Scorpions in the house. There you go. And joining him also, the amazing Snake Eater. And you know, of course, I'm here, so let's get right into it. Jared's going to be joining us again tonight. Look at that. Filling that fourth slot. The man in the top hat. All right. What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Not a whole lot. It's been a good week.
Yeah.
Exciting week. I'm happy to I've been working 2 weeks straight, and so finally getting back to streaming, YouTube vids, Star Citizen 890 drops, all kinds of good fun stuff.
I know. I've been waiting for this 890 drop for a while because it's like we've been playing other games and mixing it up a little bit, and we're like, so is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? Is it ready yet?
I mean, when they like 3.6 drops and they're like, it's not quite ready, but it'll be in a sub patch, and then 3.6.1 drops and they're like, not this sub patch. It's gonna be another sub patch, and we're like, come on, and we know it's like right there.
Oh yeah, it's crazy sauce. But you know, by all accounts, it looks like it's well worth the wait and stuff. So we're gonna get into it. And tonight, one of the things we're gonna do is we're gonna get in, we're gonna play around, we're gonna actually do the same thing everybody else is doing and play with 890 while we kind of talk about the game and do that. So pretty excited about that.
We owe it to everybody.
Yeah, no doubt.
890, you know.
Absolutely. All right. So Snake Eater, what you said you were been working a lot. What else has been going on for you though? What you got, any teasers, anything coming up on for your content that we're looking forward to see here and stuff?
For sure. So I've been slammed at work, but I am really close to putting the finishing touches on the new review video for the Virpil MT50 CM2s, the second generation of their premier top of the line bases that they just launched, hot off the press.
Cool.
And it'll be fun to drop that before the end of the weekend. And we'll be rolling right into some other videos and just talk to the Virpil cats today, so you know, hopefully don't have to wait too much longer for all the other fun stuff I've got on pre-order. But yeah, just getting back to it, streaming some and
nice,
having fun with the new patch.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad you're getting a break. It just worked out for you, right? Like the timing's right. You get wrapped up with work, and now the 890's here, so now we'll be able to do a little bit of that. It would have sucked if you were busy with work and it's like, oh no, it dropped. Oh well, I'll have to do it later. So.
Yeah, literally working every day for the last 2 weeks and 14-hour days, reverse cycle, and like impossible to take advantage of it. So perfect timing.
I think they were holding out, waiting for you to get done with work, so that way then they drop it then. So now It's ready now that you're done and you're free.
Yeah.
Jared called him up and said, "Hey, look, he's free."
He held off.
Probably what it was.
I guarantee
you
it
can tell by the
was.
look on Jared's face. That's exactly what they were.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Right on. And Scorpion, what have you been up to this last week, man? What's been going on with you?
It's busy season right now with college starting.
Mhm.
And I actually dropped one daughter off last weekend,
Mhm.
and so that took up most of the weekend. So I didn't get to stream at all on the weekend. And tomorrow we're gonna drop off the other one, so I can't stream tomorrow either. But then I think things are going to free up a little bit, and I can get back to a more regular schedule. But it's been good. You know, it's just kind of busy. College starting, then school starting season, and then we'll be back into the regular swing, right?
Yep.
As you know, right, with school and homework and regular schedule, right, which is nice.
Yeah.
And then I'll have some more time to do my regular schedule again.
And that's what we're just ramping up the channel again over on my channel too, because the same thing, even though the kids are in grade school, it's like now that they're there, I can get back into rhythm and stuff.
Yeah.
And fall's when it all happens, baby. That's just the way it goes.
Well,
so.
because they're at school for that block of time, right? And they have homework and stuff, and during the summer it just throws everything off. And it's not a bad thing; it's just a different schedule thing. So
absolutely,
it's fine. But yeah, so I'm coming out of that, and going into the fall here, so it should be good.
That's great.
Should be good.
That's great. Yeah.
How about you? What's going on your end?
Just gonna be doing. I actually started doing a little bit of dabbling into the review videos thing. So we're actually starting to do that. Yeah, it's not gonna be so much all Star Citizen stuff, but a lot of audio, video equipment, things of that nature. And so we're kind of sticking our toes in the water and trying to do some of that content creation because it's stuff I can do. And my wife was telling me, she's like, you already research everything to death. You already play around, you already buy all this equipment. Why not just do videos on it too? I was like, hey, you're right.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a good idea. I've been wanting to jump into do some more YouTube stuff as well, but I just haven't found the time to really do it. And but I'm gonna try and jump into it this fall because I think it's a natural extension or expansion beyond streaming.
Something you're interested in already, right? Like
yeah, for sure. Yep.
And if you're interested in it and you can incorporate in what you're doing already, why not? That's what I say.
Yeah.
I have found YouTube to be an entirely different track for skills.
Yeah.
Not a lot of streaming stuff carries over because it's live streaming, even from a technology perspective. But it's really been a fun learning process to get good. YouTube, and most of my stuff is like live shooting as opposed to like in-game type stuff. So so it's also more different in that regard. But it's definitely fun to create YouTube content, more of a curated kind of a
I feel like it's more of a craft, not putting anything down what we do live content, but this feels like I'm just hanging out with my buddies, you know what I mean? Like that's you're hanging out, you're kind of do that. I'm not saying I don't put a lot of effort into it, but I do. It feels more natural to me to just hang out and do that. So it's like, it feels very weird with YouTube to pre-plan something because all my YouTube content up to now has been like, oh, I did that live and I just pushed it to YouTube, and there it is. Now it's like, now I'm a little more worried about camera angles and shots and how's it look. And it's like, do I got to script something out? And I'm like, oh shit.
Figure out the best workflow for it.
Yeah, exactly. So
tricks for editing, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But that's the fun part too, right? Is like kind of figuring something out, how you can present it the way you want to, and learning something new and still keeping the wheelhouse. So
well, I'm gonna pick your guys' brains on the software and everything you're using. So yeah,
Adobe
I'll
is what I
you.
use.
Yeah, I use Premiere as well, but it's just because I already have a membership for Photoshop. And basically it's a value purchase because if you do the subscription to include Premiere, you also get After Effects, and you also
and there's that new app. I don't know if you've looked at it, Snake. This is a whole nother show we're doing now. We're like totally off tangent. We should do a show about this.
Talk.
Yeah, exactly. Tech Talk Tuesdays, where you're gonna see it happen. Watch. But no, there's a thing called Adobe Rush, and what it is, it's like a baby Premiere. And it actually works on your mobile device, so you can curate like mini videos for Instagram and Twitter on the fly, and it actually crops and does everything just like Premiere does, only on your phone. And you can add in effects, title screens, lower thirds, all right there. And I've started to experiment with that, and I'm like, that is hot because you can give teasers.
Hearing a little bit about it. I don't know.
It's in your Creative Cloud. So if you're getting like the full $52 package or whatever it is monthly or whatever you buy annually for the full CC, then it's in there. And I think it's in beta, but I was like, I just tinkered with it a little bit. I was like, this is cool. So, but for people, last thing about it, for people who don't want to buy the whole Adobe and all that stuff, I hear DaVinci Resolve is really quality for absolutely free if you don't want to buy Premiere. So that's a whole nother deal. All right. So we're going to get over this. I need to add you guys since I just updated the PTU, and we'll get in here and
I added you
as well. Also, how do just for anybody who doesn't know, because I know a couple of my viewers are looking for it. How do we get the multi-stream up on
let
Twitch?
me do that real quick. I think one of us has to start the squad. It doesn't matter because we're all.
Yeah, I haven't started my stream yet, so I need to figure out how I'm going to do that with the camera thing. But I think I have an idea.
Okay. So for
Sneaky,
people who don't
what's your
know,
game name?
we'll do the whole tutorial here.
Should be the same as
In your
Twitch,
dashboard.
_.
In your dashboard, when you're streaming, if you're a partner, all you have to do is look up your buddies. There's a little thing called Squad Stream. Drop down. Scorpion, and then I sent Scorpion the invite. Now I'll send one to Snake. I don't screw up spelling your name. Yes. And then you should get a little one too that pops up. And then all you have to do is accept it. I think it pops up on your live stream dashboard somewhere. It'll say invite or something like that. It's under Squad Stream. It's one of the little widget boxes there. And once you guys are on there, then I can hit start Squad Stream. And you can do this up to 4 people. They all have to be partnered. You can't, unfortunately, if you're not partnered, you can't invite them to the stream or any of that stuff. But do you guys see it? Somehow I muted my mic on that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, he's muted.
Snake Eater's muted.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just muting, so I'm
Okay.
when I'm talking to my chat, you know.
That's fine.
It's all good.
I try to do that, but now I got it set up to where I mute you guys for the stream. So that's the only thing. There's several little notes I would give to the Go XLR people, so I could do multiple functions on mutes. That would be badass. But
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so we'll see if this works. I don't know. I'm
Did
gonna
you
see
see
if
it?
maybe I can.
it should send you an invite.
Oh, me
Yeah.
in the game?
No, in the live dashboard for Twitch.
Oh,
So in your dashboard,
let me see. Twitch
Mhm.
dashboard.
there's one section in there called Squad Stream. When you're in the live area there, you might have to twiddle the Squad Stream down because if you haven't used
I see it. One invite.
Yep.
Accept.
you do
Okay.
that, and then
Although-
we get Snake. To
Although
do
I'm not.
something.
I'm not streaming yet. So
Oh, you gotta be
Where's the,
streaming.
site located again under.
It is under the live dashboard,
Yeah.
and then it's a whole
Squad.
widget called Squad Stream.
Invites.
Yep.
Perfect. Accept.
There you
Sweet.
go.
And so is that going to automatically show for people on my channel? or
It
do
will
they have to
show
go
as
to-
soon as I
It
go
should,
live
yeah.
with it. It will, because I hit start Squad Stream. We're just waiting for Scorp to get his, and then it'll.
Hell yeah.
And then it doesn't interrupt your stream or anything. But when people are in your channel, it'll prompt them at the top bar. Hey, you can watch all these guys. You can watch some of these guys. You can do whatever, and it just gives a little bit extra flavor there. So
Perfect.
well, we'll
Keeps-
see
Mhm.
if this works. I'm gonna try and just do a no cam stream because the camera's being
played over here.
sent to Zoom right now. So yeah.
Okay.
This might work, but
Stand back, chat. This could go crazy.
Stand back. We're trying new things.
Doing it live.
And doing it live. That's right, because that's how we roll.
Yep.
So nice not to have to use a different login for PTU now. Little things.
It is nice, yeah. So
Before you know it, we'll be able to use it. We won't have to have another 60 gigs on our hard drive with entirely.
Oh, now you're talking madness. I'm just waiting for them to, like, when you buy Star Citizen outright, by the time the game actually goes fully live, they just send you an SSD with the game on it, because that's where we're at that point.
Yeah.
With every Idris purchase, you get an SSD with the game on it.
SSDs are so cheap now. You can get a 128 gig micro SD card for $24 on Amazon. I just bought some more V30s.
Yeah.
I'm like, why aren't we using this as a medium? You know what I mean? Like using like SSD or something like that. You get a cheaper SSD, 100 gig SSD. Can't, you know, if you bought in bulk for like a game company, how cool would that be? Talk about marketing. I'd pay $100 for a game or something like that if it had, like, you know, 256 SSD and this is like, boom, here's your game. That'd be badass.
I think that would be a really easy way to win over customers, to be like, wow, this is.
Yep.
I mean, you get like if a huge game release launched and gave like that as a perk, it would be a big marketing thing, you know.
I think so. And you'd have the option. You could hook it up just like eSATA or, you know, USB to download it if you already have a better SSD, or not. You can just plug the thing right in there. Go to town. You get an SSD in your machine. You're ready to play.
Like, forget all these derpy statues that we know end up in the garbage after a while. It costs like $150.
Or like my Halo helmet that I still endear and love, but it's in the closet in the children's room somewhere.
Yeah. What's it called? It's called Squad Stream, right? Let me do that.
So it's just
work here.
Yeah, it's just. Are you live right now?
Working on it. This is really a test of my abilities here. Hold on a second. Go live. Star Citizen. Hold on. There's that one.
I'm like, what time does Scorpion get up to start his stream? I bet he's got like an hour of prep before he goes live. Like
Me? No, I don't. No, because my normal stuff, it's all in the bag. This is like all new stuff here.
Because I come home from the kids, if I need to stream and I'm doing dinner and all stuff, come right here. Oh, 10 minutes till I go live, sit down and go, boom.
I can do it really quick in the morning.
Yeah.
This is an all new thing here. So let's see. My game crashed on me. So
lately I've been like, I swear there's AI in our computers and stuff, and like it incubates over time, and like if you away for a little while, it starts to mess with your stuff, and you come back and inevitably there's a problem that you didn't have before. And it's,
yeah.
All right, so I think I'm live
as
far as I can tell.
So I just push this little button here. And then on our channels, it should say that. And then in the chat, I'll do a little pasty too. And it'll say twitch.tv/Matachi/squad. And then for all you guys, it should say the same thing. It'll say like Snake Eater Co/squad. All the links they all work that way. So it's perfect.
Why do I not see you guys in here? That's weird.
I have a Matachi, or I've added Matachi. What's your, is it same as your stream, Scorpion?
Yes, sure is.
For some reason.
There's some little SC, is it zeros or something in it, right? How do you spell your?
I just had Scorpion go.
SC0, RP, 10N66. All right, I see Matachi online. I see Snake Eater online.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
I got you. Perfect.
You just want to invite us to a party or whatever?
Yep.
Let's throw a couple invites to you.
Accepted.
Accepted.
Sweet.
And then the party launch does work, so if you launch, we should go in there.
Okay.
Oh, Ash says his the squad thing works on mobile. That's cool too. That it's integrated into mobile.
Nice.
That is cool. No, I have no idea. I don't think any audio is going out to my stream right now, which may be a whole separate issue. But I think, I know why. Because I have that turned off right there. Let me take a look at settings.
You launch it, man.
I am right
Basically,
now. I had
have-
to do the fake make a character thing. So we're
the
going
Zoom-
live right now. So if you didn't get it, go ahead and
I just got it. Yeah.
left
The
bracket
Zoom
it.
camera is basically my OBS virtual cam, and I'm streaming with Streamlabs OBS. So this is interesting.
I need to get a couple more Logitech webcams just for various things.
I know it'd make it a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one over here that I'm actually using. I actually cleaned off because my desk, is like 12 feet long because it's an old L-shaped desk, right? That I got a couple years ago. It's not really old, but I repositioned it with the standing desk lift. So it's a huge desk, so the whole studio lifts up and down. But I cleaned off that entire area, the oak table, and that's where I got to do all unboxings and stuff. So I got like a separate 920 set up for actually that with its own light rig and all that stuff. So
Right,
it's yeah, it's
streamer problems when you don't have enough Logitech webcams.
I know.
All right, so where are you guys? Scorpion is
audio's good now.
Floorville or something.
I am over at Area 18 actually.
I
Because
am.
I was in here earlier.
We have to go over to Area 18 or Lorville to get
one.
Ship,
that's
right?
correct.
Yep.
So I guess you want to drive or you want me to?
I can roll with you. I'll come around
Okay.
with you.
Oh wait, it says I can retrieve it here.
Really?
Where you at?
Porto.
Porto, yeah.
Really?
I guess we
I didn't think
might
you
as well
could.
find out.
I didn't think you could either, but maybe something changed.
Maybe.
Or maybe it just says
then
you
it's giving
can,
the
and then you
message
can't.
Exceeds the
And
size
you
limit.
can't.
Yeah.
Okay. Psych.
Back to
Not
reality.
Really. Yeah. So yeah, so all right, well, let me go ahead and I'll grab one here as well.
We'll remain thematic and go with the Origins 890 Jumps Little Brother.
How can I mute myself to you guys just like this?
I have you can put a hotkey into Discord and then I just have that mapped to my Elgato.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, I have that too.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get it to work. It's not working. But there's a button on my Stream Deck right there that does it.
I had one, and somehow it got mapped from Discord to XSplit, so it actually mutes the stream, but it doesn't mute the Discord.
This should be doing this, and it's not. Well, whatever. Anyway, I can do it the old-fashioned way. There we go.
Well, what I do in the Go XLR is I just go to the routing table, and then I choose where all the audio is being pushed, so it works out.
You can also mute the entire chat channel, but you won't be able to hear us as well.
Yeah, it's kind of works against itself in that regard.
Yeah, true. I do think that Go XLR is going in the right direction, though. It's it's stream specific, and they just need to get a form factor that can take advantage of its routing table. Like,
I don't think they realized how robust the setups we use are.
Yeah, I think you're right, because I think obviously the vast majority of streamers, not like pro streamers like us, but like people that haven't put a ton of resources into their streaming hardware and all that. The Go XLR is money; it's everything they ever need. But but the routing table is like, is great. You have to go into a software layer to mess with it, which is not ideal.
And that's not ideal. I agree with that 100%.
I don't mind it so much. It's just more screen real estate I have to dedicate, right? Like I got to keep the app up over here so I can mess with the routing table and stuff. And
yeah, I think they could probably have like a $200 add-on piece of hardware that would be able to take care of that. If they do the firmware and everything right, I think they could probably do that, which would be really slick if they could. That's what I'm hoping for, but we'll see.
I would say integration with a tablet or something, but my concern with that is always the same, is that I've had burn-in before. Like before I got really into for streaming, and had like a Stream Deck and stuff. Streamlabs has a companion app for a phone that allows you to use. It's like a mini Stream Deck in a way for slobs anyway, and I was like, awesome. So I used it, and I guess I didn't realize screen burn was still a thing on certain panels, and on cell phones it sure is. Because
Wow.
I had my previous phone had a bunch of boxes burned into it. Because you're streaming for like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. So
Yep, and it gets hot too, right? Because it's not only
Yeah.
what the screen itself spinning out, you're working that processor when you're streaming from it. And you're doing all that stuff too, and
yeah,
it's crazy.
exactly.
But no, Streamlabs. Speaking of Streamlabs, is like they're still one of my favorite companies because I still use them for all my alerts and whatnot. But I don't use the chat bots there and everything. I'm still stuck with DeepBot for the time being because I enjoy it, and I haven't found anything to replace it. But I remember 2 years ago when Streamlabs came out with their mobile Streamlabs application, and that like took the cake because I was using so many other products before to be able to do IRL. And Streamlabs is still the best one for me. Gives you the whole interface, the UI, everything. It's really good.
What I like is that you can rely upon them to continue to refine and add features.
Yes.
They just came out with a patch for the client, which is like a better UI layout and stuff. So
Yeah, that bothers me a little bit about DeepBot because they haven't been developing it for over a year now, and so I'm slowly trying to merge over to Streamlabs chatbot.
He did put out an email not too long ago saying he's working on some stuff.
Is he really? Okay.
Yeah.
I must have missed that. But yeah, they need to get on it.
And he literally said that. He's like, yeah, for the past year, he hasn't been working on it.
And that's fine. I don't have an issue with that myself, but yeah, more communication would be good just to know kind of what's going on. Because I definitely am still a big fan of DeepBot, but I need to make sure that I'm not going to get left out in the dark either at some point if somehow it stops working or something goes on.
Well, and I think that they're looking at more integration with Twitch itself too. Like everybody's going to all the widgets and all the extensions inside Twitch. So I think we're going to see some of that come out eventually.
apparently Twitch is coming out with its own stream software, but
of course,
they are.
they really mean to compete. It's going to be a minute before they catch up to the likes of Streamlabs.
Yeah, I honestly don't know why they would even bother. I mean, but
because any third-party thing, Twitch's sole mission is to destroy.
Yeah, but I mean, like I've never been a big fan. Or assimilate. I've never been a big fan of the all your eggs in one basket approach, which is why I like having multiple different things.
I mean, they destroyed GameWisp, right? Like GameWisp was like, hey, we'll have multiple tiers for your subs, and Twitch is like, thank you for that beautiful idea. It's like they took that and the company went
under. Yep. So
it's too bad. I knew the guys from GameWisp too. Andrew and them were good people, but it also goes to show if you provide a service that's pretty single-faced, faceted, what are you gonna do? Somebody else takes your idea, you're done. You didn't have anything else to fall
the risk
on.
of working with open source.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You just like Streamlabs just knew that they had enough resources to stay ahead of everybody, but that's the only way they're going to be able to stay at the top is to continue to innovate and provide back-end services that other people can't, which is pretty much why you would choose Slobs. Aside from pretty refined version of OBS, all their back-end stuff, now they have CloudBot for you that's integrated to everything. They've
Which
got
I'm
merch
highly
stores,
interested
which work
in.
Great. Yeah, I mean, all of their
also
back-end stuff
Myriad.
works really good now. Like their merch store, and actually, the reason I switched to their merch store was because I was unimpressed with the likes of was the human
Designed by
brand?
humans.
Designed by humans.
Teespring.
In comparison, you can put stuff on the front, back, and both shoulders, and you have a lot more options, and the shirt quality is great and stuff. And Designed by Humans is known for being a good shirt company, and it still falls short to Streamlabs'. So,
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it just shows that they they have pretty high quality from initial software layer to fulfillment.
I would say things that I like about DBH is they have good quality products for their premier and premium people.
Yeah, well, that's why I went with them.
But if you're not a premier channel on there, not necessarily. Yeah, if you're not a premier channel on there, you don't have access to all those things. And that's why I found really weird about DBH. Like, you can't make a duffel bag because, you know, you don't have that kind of following, but yet you'd have somebody like Ninja or somebody else that could make all these products, whereas other platforms just offer to everybody. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
for
it's
sure.
like, hey, if you want to sell it, man, and you're selling it, cool, we'll put your stuff on there. But yeah.
Another interesting thing that Streamlabs is doing, which I don't think it has quite a place yet, but I think it could eventually, which is your streamer webpage. It's a pretty full-featured webpage design, and you kind of like it kind of solves the thing that I hate about Twitch, which is it's like the MySpace of streaming. You have to fit your your promotional products or your marketing products on a 300 by 300 pixel thing.
Agreed.
I still use
there's
Wix.
no HTML or any of that shit, right? And it drives me insane. So like if you could still use Twitch's portal, but then say, hey, but if you're a fan, just bump over to my webpage. It's a lot slicker looking. It's got more integrations, you know.
Well, and you control it 100% what's there, and you can drive them other places if you want to. Versus Twitch, right? Yeah, I agree. I looked at it too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I started to set it up, but I ended up going with an outside web source because, like, the thing I always thought about too is, like, I worried about exactly what you talked about, all eggs in one basket type thing. Like, if for some reason I didn't want to be with Streamlabs, that means I'd lose my merch, I'd lose my webpage, I'd lose everything there, and it's like...
True, yeah, that's true. I mean,
it's tricky.
Yeah.
My main frustration is, like, you know, I do my absolute best to put forth a professional brand on Twitch, but, you know, I'm looking at Squarespace websites and I'm like, that's really what I want it to look like, but there's no way to do that with Twitch. And and not to, like, don't ban me, Twitch, but the one thing that one of the things that's nice about Mixer is that space where your panels would be is an HTML slot, so you can like put linkable pictures in there and like all kinds of, like, you can make it look professional. I'm not saying a lot of people on Mixer do, so don't just don't look at all the pages on Mixer and think that they're all
but you have the capability there to do it,
but you can if you want.
Yeah. And, you know, and I think that's kind of the thing. We're seeing companies like Mixer and everything come out with the technology that we want to use. Unfortunately, they don't have the audience to cultivate from. So there's still very much an import variety. You have to build your audience wherever you're at, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, or whatever, and then they're hoping to take your audience onto there. Whereas I would like to see if they want to be real competitors to things like Twitch, I want to see those other companies cultivate their own audience.
Well, I think that at the end of the day, the streaming industry is a trend following industry, and you see it with everything from the chairs and mics people use to the overlays and the alerts, and, you know, all that stuff is trend following. And I mean, if enough trendsetters start one to go to a different platform, Twitch is going to have to compete. I mean, that's the bottom line.
It really depends, though, in my opinion. Right now, the people that they've pulled and the audience that companies like Mixer and everybody are investing in pulling, and I don't know what the where'd Zonda go with the Streamers Connect. It was a different, I think it's like D Live or something like that. It's another content platform or whatever. But they're pulling these guys with huge audiences to there. The problem is their audience isn't an audience that has Twitch culture so much, like what you see. I feel like people that watch people like Shroud or Doc, yes, they have their loyalists, but those are the same guys that surf around, you know, to find other content creators, and they kind of do that. Like when I watch Twitch, if I'm not looking for specific game info or something like that, that's what I did when I first initially watched Justin TV and Twitch. I was watching for, like, hey, this is my live preview of a game. But I'd surf around. I'd say, hey, I want to browse. Just like the other day, I was watching Star Citizen streamers, and I go through, say hi to people, and check out all the channels and do that. I'm not there to just watch one Joe. I'm there to see what's going on in the community of different things. And I don't feel like these other platforms have that culture yet. Not that they won't, they just don't yet. And
I mean,
and that's how you get more viewers to other people.
if they get a couple of centers of gravity, that it will start. I mean, Ninja is still pulling 20 to 30K daily, right? And that's, maybe a little less than his average on Twitch, but it's close enough. I mean, that's a pretty big average still.
Yeah, but how much does that translate to other people on the platform?
Well, the Ninja move is just one step in a battle plan by Microsoft to become relevant, right? And the reality is
good marketing.
Ninja's viewership and the people that it brings to the platform is really only a part of that strategy. Much of what they want from Ninja is his key to castles, which is to say, because he's on Mixer now, it brings Mixer to all the Fortnite tournaments in the world. It brings Mixer to the ESPYs. It brings Mixer to Instagram and Twitter like they haven't before.
Absolutely.
So, that's part of the reason that these people are called influencers.
But it brings other influencers to there.
For a reason, yeah. I mean, and this is signal to change in industry. Mark my words. Other huge streamers are wondering how big the truck was that backed up to Ninja's house.
Oh yeah.
And YouTube has been signaled too. YouTube may have thought it's not possible to pull big streamers from Twitch, but now they see Microsoft do it and they're like, well, we got plenty of money for it. Let's start talking to people because it might be possible. So I do think it's an industry shifting move. It's just obviously it's only the beginning, really. But
I also feel like the Ninja thing wasn't even just marketing. I think what it did was it was a good pull to pull other content creators, which is really what they need to pull culture, right? They need a bunch of influencers, because most of the people I feel like that watch Twitch also stream or dabble with it or are interested in it, and it's like it's a community thing, because Twitch has really worked on globalizing the idea of, hey, I'm a content creator too, right? Like, because everybody who watches wants to be a content creator or part of the stream and do those things. For the most part, you don't have a lot of people that sit back who have no desire at all to really interact or do anything there. They don't watch it like a TV show, right? You're here to be part of the channel, whether that's in front of the camera, in the chat, playing with the people that you enjoy watching on the thing, all that stuff. And I think that's what Mixer's trying to capture, and they're on the road. And they'll get there eventually if they could just let go of a little bit of the Xbox thing and put a little bit more of the global platform in there. I think one of their hindrances, but their hindrance is they'll never ever like plug a universal platform. They might start pushing a little more on PC, but they're never going to go out and market for PlayStation games.
I mean, that may be true, but let's be honest, PlayStation is coming to Microsoft for help, not the other way around.
I don't know. PlayStation still, which boggles my mind, has a stranglehold on exclusives.
Yeah, but not for long. I mean, wait till Google's whatever it's called comes into the market. Wait till Microsoft's cloud stuff comes into the market. I mean,
we'll see.
That's why
people have been saying that about PlayStation forever. PlayStation has made it their
Microsoft
duty.
is not asking, Xbox is not asking Sony to host their shit. Sony's asking Microsoft to host their shit. So I mean, PlayStation is going to become an extinction if they're not careful. And unfortunately, historically speaking, Sony has not been great at keeping their tech from dying. I mean, it's just the way it is. I don't know what it is about it. They're innovators, and then they just let their stuff die.
Well, yeah, I mean, they could get lapped by Microsoft because they're maybe resting too much on their laurels, right? They have a little bit of a lead, kind of. But I feel like that Microsoft's next platform is going to be a giant leap forward, and then it's a matter of time to see whether they can catch up or not.
Yeah,
especially with their cloud backing that they have, right?
I mean, I'm hearing that the new consoles. By the way, I can't seem to get this to jump to your location. I can't even see textures on the planet right now, so I'm not sure.
Welcome to PTU.
Yeah, but I mean, we could, in theory, drive all the way there, but it's going to take a minute. If I can even
you're at ArcCorp.
We're in orbit.
Kilometers away from you, wherever, if that.
All right.
Let me try getting my nav out and.
almost in orbit around ArcCorp. I am in space now, so.
Oh, maybe we should try to navigate to somewhere else then.
Yeah, somewhere close and just like rally. I think would be a smarter.
I just need to find another spot that I can even see in the universe.
If at all.
Yeah, so where should we
Let's go to a
rendezvous?
truck stop, like Arc.
Let's see.
Let's do that.
Which one? Or Hurl 5 would be okay, right? Hurl 5 or
The Arc Lima one's close.
distance for us. Arco one's really close for me.
Yeah, let's do that one.
It's not that close for you guys.
Arc Lima one? I mean,
Yeah,
we're
we'll be
outside
alright.
of ArcCorp. Should be close.
Oh, you're outside ArcCorp? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to Arco 1.
Jay, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate that, bro. Thanks for the hookup. Definitely, guys, if you get the opportunity, throw some extra bros in chat for him. But anyway, yeah, I'm serious though about doing a talk show about basically what we just talked about.
Yeah, I'm serious about it.
We just got to find a day. We really, it's more about the day because like, it's hard enough sometimes to get us all together on Fridays, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to find it would be ideal to do like either on the actual weekend or on like a Tuesday or an odd day out like that or something would be good.
Yeah, you're going to become a full-time talk shower if you're not careful.
To be fair, that wouldn't bother me at all. I enjoy it, so that honestly doesn't bother me. And then I could actually just stream and play games for fun. The talk shows are the meat and potatoes, and I just hop on ad hoc on everybody's channel and be like, "Hey guys, let's play," and I don't care. It's like I'm okay with that.
Oh, I got interdicted, but it's bad guys, right?
Oh man,
So I don't have to stop.
those interdictions.
Yeah, I just gotta let those guys fight, and I'm just gonna fly away.
Yeah, exactly. I'm letting them fight. I'm gonna fly away myself here.
What is it? Is it O for chat to
F12.
F12? There it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah, I wish they would make it so it didn't come up all the time.
It should be default closed. I
It
don't
should
know
be
why.
Default closed.
I don't know
why either end.
I will never understand game design where it's like, hey, you want to see all the crap all over your screen to start with,
Yeah.
right?
It bugs the crap out of me. It didn't used to be that way, but it's the last few patches, man.
Super important
defaults on.
information. There's nothing like when I honestly, and this is, nothing against CIG or anything, but like I honestly stopped playing the game with my son because like every time I came into the thing, all I'd see is like people like swearing and saying all sorts of nasty shit in chat.
Yeah.
And now
No,
he's
yeah,
reading
it's-
stuff that's like literally, you gotta go close it and all that stuff. Or like I gotta close it up and then be like, hey man, come on, blah blah blah, because it's ridiculous.
Yep, it is
Or I don't know, put a language filter on there.
something.
Just for us discerning people that don't want to see all that crap.
I'm
All
not
the
sure
life
what
items, how nice it would be.
how nice it would be.
All I'm asking for is things that are on other games. I'm not, it's not like, hey, go reinvent something, It's like,
Welcome to the club.
yeah.
Let's see here.
I'll let you guys scam me, but my buddy, old pal behind me, is coming in with an 890 jump, so just
That's
say
right.
fuck off.
Who are those guys? They look mean.
I think they wanted to scam
Yo,
me
did
too, but I was
somebody-
going too fast.
One of these
He just rammed you.
faces just hit me.
He literally just rammed our ship.
Oh, that's not cool.
Ah, that ain't cool at all.
That's not cool at all.
All hyper aggressive.
If we weren't on our way to hang out on an 890 jump party, I would.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I'd give you what for, but
I'll show you, sir.
that's right.
Have at you. No, I'm looking
Alright.
forward to getting in here, and I want to do a SpaceBro party in the 892. I want to get like, remember how we broke these 600 eyes where we loaded so many people in them that we broke the ship on the landing pad when they first introduced these? I think we packed the whole server into one ship, and the ship literally started falling apart because the people in it.
Are we in a party, by the way? Yes, in theory, right?
Yeah, we're in a party because we launched together.
It'd be great if I could see you guys.
Really?
That'd
You
be
can't?
wonderful. No, totally can't. No.
Oh, okay. Well, we see you. I do at
Okay,
least.
good.
So
Well, I'm gonna get closer to this place.
we're on your path, so we're jumping after you right now.
Okay.
We're about 400k behind you, 300k closing.
All right, I'm gonna try and get closer to this space station. Don't want to get out of the direct sunlight because this sun is bright.
Yes, it is.
Or not sun, star, whatever. The star is bright.
All right. We're about 3k from you.
Quantum drive deactivated.
What kind of ship you in?
600.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see. You're 4,000 meters. All right, so look at those engine
Yep,
trails you can see from here. Like, you can't see the ship because of the sun, but I see these 2 blue engine trails.
Yeah.
Really? I don't see the engine trails.
I do. They're like, or it might just be the glow of the engines themselves. It's like got a little bit of vapor behind it, not full trails. But you don't see them right there?
I see little dots, but I don't see trails.
Go away, chat.
No, now I don't see them anymore. I got too much J.J. Abrams star bloom in my face.
Yeah.
Lens flare everywhere.
Lots of lens flare. All the lens flare.
I mean, it's cool because it does add a
So
realism
bright.
element, right? But
Yeah, they could tone it down a little bit, though. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like part of the fact that you're very close to the star here, and it's going to be bright as heck, unless you're behind an asteroid and it's going to be like really, really dark.
I'm okay with it as long as there's asteroids, as long as there's our structure, because then you can get those cool shots, right? Like the occlusion,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Where you come over the top and the sun breaks and stuff, and it looks so dope. So
It does.
We're closing, but not too fast because
yeah, because he's burning away from us, I think.
Yeah, I'm just going close to these asteroid thingies over here. I'm not going full speed. I'm going very slow, actually.
I see some trails now.
I should probably speed up a little
Yeah,
bit.
just
to
a
get there
little.
quicker.
See it, just a little bit of trail. It's not a full.
Yeah.
But those engines are massive, so it's like when you get close, you're like, oh.
I'm sorry, but Origin aesthetic is so nasty. It's
Yeah.
so cool. Like, it's just the slickest shit in the universe.
It is pretty slick.
It's pretty cool. I'm still.
It's not like I
still,
don't like Drake.
Aegis
It's not like I
is
don't
like
like
the
Aegis.
thing, though.
It's just from slickness, from a pure slickness factor. It's 11. It's an 11.
It's pretty good.
I like it,
It's not quite my aesthetic, but
but I like to
I get
blow.
it, it's
I like to
cool.
blow them up more than I like to drive them.
On
Yeah,
occasion,
but-
you can get a little gaudiness in there, but I think
Yeah.
that's on purpose.
I'll say though, if you're walking around on this thing, which I did earlier this evening a little bit, you definitely get a huge like Star Trek vibe on just the way it looks and the way it feels in there.
Looks like a
Yeah,
science
sure.
vessel on the interior to me.
Yeah, it's very slick. I like it.
Boy, he just jumped way out there, didn't he?
I did. I sped up a little bit. Yeah.
I was gonna say you're losing us. We're 40k behind you now.
Yeah, what just happened?
He sped up. I mean, it's a big ship, so it's gonna.
From 3,000 to... Good
I know
Lord.
he from 3,000 to like now he's like
I
dozens
sped
of
up a little
kilometers.
bit. Yeah.
I,
But I'm almost
So we're
now.
by
Oh, here's
a
the space
base.
station. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to slow it down now and come to a halt here close to the space station because I think it's going to be pretty cool location to.
I like how he says he's slowing down. He's still like gaining distance from us.
Well, the key thing is I don't crash anything right now here. So
Mm-hmm. Chat, while you're out there, what do you think of the picture quality on the show? I think it's looking pretty good with Zoom so far. Been monitoring the broadcast, it looks pretty good. Doesn't look choppy.
I like where it was with no sun. That was better. Go over here a little bit.
We're now just now starting to gain on you.
All right.
We're 68 kilometers away.
Yeah, the problem with the 600 right now is that it overheats super easy. So like
Yeah.
I can just redline the hell out of some of the fighters, but my stuff will actually shut down on the 600.
One of these days, party system will be able to jump to each other.
Yeah, man.
You know, oh, you want to play with your friends? Let's make it a 3-hour endeavor. Good luck.
I'll be there in
We'll get there. You're gaining.
a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Less.
I'll go ahead and I wonder if you guys can land on the front, even if you can't go into the hangar.
Oh, just on the
You can
surface?
land on the front. Yeah, let me go and try and
I believe the doors are
pop that
grabbed.
thing up there.
Oh, we'll see. Maybe just the nose will go.
Let me go run over there real quick if I can remember how to get there. I think I can. All right, back this way. Down here. Through here. Through here.
All right, we're really gaining now.
I screwed it up already.
You might-
the elevator.
Might be coming a little hot.
Yeah.
Oh, there they went.
We'll be all right.
Dude, from this angle, it looks like we just blew by a Star Destroyer.
Really?
You saw the arrow type diamond shape, and it's like, it's waiting for a little Empire music.
All right, let me go. It's this way up.
You've even killed a pirate. Mac is out there hunting pirates in his Star Destroyer.
There you go.
All right, let's send the elevator up.
Well, I'm really excited about having these in because now you could literally get 2 or 3 of them going, get some Super Hornets flying with, and then you have a small fleet, right? Like they could deploy out of it.
Be real with those, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I'm thinking about some battle scenarios, bring back some of the SpaceBro battles, and you could do ship
Yeah.
battles out here like that. Like you could go, okay, the whole goal is to have the battle, and then maybe if you can't take down the ship, maybe you just do a boarding operation, like have 3 on like multiple Super Hornets, whichever's
Right,
left.
The landing deck is already here.
Okay.
I'm a little concerned I can't actually see anything. Oh, no, now I can see it. Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say,
I'm
what's
gonna
your
try
view
to
distance?
leave
Because
a
I
little
see it.
bit. Yeah, I think, I don't know if it's settings or LODs are just not loading for me from the
It might.
server.
Well,
but-
it's the rendering
I see
because
it
it's
now.
snapping in for me too, and I'm just
Yeah.
standing in front of you a bit. So
Yeah, okay.
yeah. Dude, this is so cool. This is so cool. Like, it's like I've been theory crafting for years, doing all their stuff. Like, even though the 890 is not like my ship, I am a capital ship guy. Like this is what I've been waiting for forever.
I bet you can land that thing up here. It won't go in the hangar probably, but I bet you can land it on here.
I wonder if we'll have enough gravity to pull down the 600 though.
You think so?
Maybe.
I don't know because it's
Let's
it's
try
isolated to one thing. Try it.
All
For
right.
science.
We're doing it live.
What's the worst? What's the
Bring down
worst that could
speed
happen?
really bad.
Doing it live.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, shit.
It's almost like a baby 890.
Yeah.
If you mounted it nose forward, and it actually lands and you can drive like that, that will be hilarious. It's like saucer
well.
separation for the
Yeah.
Enterprise.
I don't know. With the way that thing is shaped, oh man, will it fit in here? It won't fit in here. There's no way it fits.
No,
in
it won't
here.
fit inside.
won't fit
for
inside.
Sure.
It-
It's the size of a hammerhead. There's no
it
way.
might-
No, it might, dude. I don't know,
No, you're crazy.
dude. It's gonna fit in here.
It might be the size.
It might.
It might be
because of
the
the
size of the
shape on
bay,
it.
but I don't think it'd actually go through the door.
No. It's what are you guys talking about?
So
Yeah.
go over to the. You gotta go to the right more than.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kind of. It blots out the ship underneath me, so I'm just kind of trying to get different angles.
Yeah.
The elevator won't work.
So go to the right more. Okay, let me get to the middle here. I'll give you directions. Go to the right a little bit more. All right, you're good. Now go backwards. Just a
Head over to
touch.
the elevator.
That's good. That's good. Let me check the front real quick here. Yeah, it's a little bit too long. But I think you can set her down here.
I got some more room to go backwards.
You
so
can
let me-
back up a little bit more and get the gear on the pad at least. Yeah, keep
Got
coming
my-
on back.
my speed limiter way down so I
right-
can't accidentally.
About right there is good, probably. If you plunk her down right there,
How do we get out of the ship?
it's about as good as we're gonna do. Now we can't take the elevator down. We're gonna have to find a different way into the ship then, but that's okay.
As of right now, I can't get out of the 600.
It kind of didn't quite fit on there. It clipped through a little bit. All right, well, but it's kind of on here.
It's sort of kind of.
Not fully, but kind of.
I mean, the gear sees something to land on, so
It's a little bit askew maybe,
I
but
guess it's time to get out then.
yeah, I'm not sure how we're gonna get into the 890 jump, but we'll have to see.
Well, because we can EVA into the.
We can EVA underneath and go back into the
You can go in the sides. You know the side collars, the docking collars.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I have not tried that yet. Where are the side
cool.
docking?
Yeah, you tell me how we get out of this
Oh, I
ship
gotta
first.
unlock the. Yeah, I forgot. There's a bug where you have to unlock it, even if you've never locked it before, to get out yourself.
We're so locked. We're locked in.
Are the docking collars on the front or the back? Mostly
They're on
back.
the left hand side on the back.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Miss says that ZDF has been doing big battles now. They've been doing boarding 890 op as well. That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
Rex and them doing that. I want to do it though.
For sure.
I mean, it's cool they're doing it. I want to do it.
That's an escape hatch. That's not a docking collar. Here we go. Oh, so the little door right here.
Yay, we're
Chat was just talking about how hard it is, or, like didn't realize how big the ship was until they saw a little guy running around on top of it. And it's true, these
Yeah.
space out in space, it's hard to know how big something is until there's some reference.
100%. It's almost impossible to fully get the scale of this game. VR would probably give you a pretty good idea.
I got space legs.
I saw
no.
it.
Dying.
Don't die, heal.
So how do I open that inner door? That's the question.
So
Make
is
sure I
this
got
is
more
this
than
is
that.
this just hovering here?
It's kind of on-ish.
Did it feel tactile like you actually landed it, Snake, or is it?
I mean, we could probably just lower
it
that
did
elevator.
look like it,
Not a whole lot.
yeah, it did look like it caught a little bit. So I mean, the landing gear actually.
Let's just do the
touched
big
on
elevator
it.
up here because
Yeah, I was gonna say,
those
try it.
side things don't seem to work.
See what happens.
Oh really?
It might be the same thing. It might be locked.
I just got to fly through this little tube here.
All right, I'm gonna have this go down.
All right.
I think the ship will probably just stay there, and this is just gonna come down. Yeah,
Yep. That's what I was
Shit,
thinking
didn't
too.
make it onto it. Oh well.
the top door will automatically close.
Or hurry,
then,
you can
though,
still make
so-
it.
Yeah, you can still make it.
You got another
You're
med
good.
pen?
You're good. You're good.
And I'm gonna die
Shit.
again.
No.
Oh, did you die? No, you're there. You're there. You're there.
Yeah, but I'm bleeding. I couldn't equip my one last pen. What
Oh
the heck?
man, I can't trade you. There's nothing.
Let me see. I have a one available,
I'll put it on there.
but it
kid.
won't save for some reason. Change pending.
Oh. No bueno.
It
I
won't
can't. I
fucking-
can't drop one, huh?
No. I don't think it'll let him pick it up. You try.
I don't know why it won't. It says I have one pen remaining, but it won't allow
It
me
never
to
reads
equip it.
accurate on those for me either.
Yeah, there's really no way to drop one.
Yeah, Miss says they put 2 arrows inside the 890 with no problem.
I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can get more than 2.
Well, hopefully I don't die. There's a med bay on here.
There is a med bay, but I'm not sure you can
Yeah.
do much there.
Quick to the med bay.
The med bay, I think, is back this way. We're way underdressed. Need any jump? Yeah, we are. I'm not sure what this little waiting room here. That's a waiting lounge for, I guess, for people coming and going.
Yeah,
Not
well,
really
this
sure what
whole
that's
I
for.
think it's for because that's the hangar essentially.
Yeah,
right?
so
Yeah,
like if
okay.
you're
If you
waiting
were
for
waiting
your
Well, the
chauffeur.
Med bay is right here. So,
Quick, get on the scanner.
there should be a supply of
Oh.
many pens here.
You can get on it. In her bed.
it's interactable. Yeah.
Oh, you can actually, yeah.
I don't know what it does, but
It will heal you. No, can't do anything with that.
we would hope.
Or it'll kill me.
Or it'll kill you. Well, there is that.
At least you died laying down. What?
Oh shit! Oh, what's
Am I
it
going
doing?
inside? Oh,
It's
Oh,
scanning
look at
you.
that scanner thingy. That's cool.
Shut up. It's actually scanning you. Look
it's logging me out. No shit.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can log back in with it. You'll be healed. I like how you're looking down like, what the hell was that?
I know.
You have been replicated.
Yeah.
Are you all healed?
No. Definitely not.
Damn it!
That's too bad. All right. Well,
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
see.
I'm like, what's happening right now? Oh, because I have free look on.
The scanners gave you some good drugs.
yeah, free look will do that. Free look is weird. All right. So then this back here is we need the elevator. These are escape pod thingies, or what are these? No, this is equipment. Oh, look at that.
That's
Oh,
the
these are
armory,
gun
yeah.
racks.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in a luxury yacht, you need good shooting. I bet they go up
You
and
need
shoot
to.
trap.
And back here's the cargo bay, is basically back here, so it's not very interesting. So this elevator then will take us to the next level.
Cargo bays are only as interesting as the cargo that you have in it.
Yeah, and I have pretty much nothing right now.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Escape raft, crew deck, engineering. Escape raft, I guess.
Oh, that's cool looking down here in the cargo bay, though. It's got the grav generator spinning. Looks like a hamster wheel going crazy. A hamster ball.
I'm sitting in the escape pod.
Life support.
Oh, really? You can sit in the escape pod?
Yeah,
That's cool.
They're all functional. You have to crash to get out, though.
Yeah.
I mean, this is funny to me because like even the 890's got to have smoke. Like everything's got to
have
be
smoke.
Yeah, it's like it's an
And
effect.
that doesn't really look like it's aligned very well. Whatever that thing is,
No,
I'm not sure that
I think-
that's
Well,
good.
and we got some sparks happening somewhere too.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, it's
definitely not
damage
origin
bait.
quality right there. That is something's. It's got a wicked wobble on it.
When you
going.
get
That's
Joe
not good.
Bob's repair service coming to
Yeah,
work
the
on your
gravity
890 jump,
generator.
that's what you get.
Maybe we have wobbly gravity. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The engine room is this way apparently. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, look at this.
To the
Oh, dude.
master suite. We're not messing around here.
The Master Suite is very nice, by the way.
120% looks Star Trek
Yeah.
right here. Like this whole tube
Oh,
with
yeah.
all the the engine stuff. That looks like if
All right, where does this thing go? Yeah. All right, we'll go up to the crew deck.
Roger that. Whoa!
See what we have there.
What?
Did you clip through
Yeah, I'm on the ground.
underneath the elevator?
Yep, the elevator just went up without me.
Should I send it back down?
Yeah, I'm trying to stay in the doorway, so hopefully I won't get crused.
All right.
Send
It's
it
coming
back.
back down to engineering. Oh, it's coming down with me again because I can't get back in the thing there.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Let me see.
You do it. Yeah.
So we're going up to crew deck. I hope
Yeah. Let's try it.
I'm up now this time. So
All right. That seemed to work.
I probably
And-
stepped on it right when you initiated that. and
Oh, that
with
could
the-
be. And then there's a ladder here that goes somewhere. That's good. What's over here?
Yeah, that's for the elevator brakes, right?
It's the elevator again. Yep. And then this is more. These are the escape pods. Yep, they sure are.
All right, so I'm going up the ladder.
Lore Maker's Guide. Several copies of Clan Brutality.
Here's the battle bridge right here.
We are all for sale.
Where's the battle bridge? Down there?
It's right where you were before.
Oh, I'm coming down.
Oh, yeah, come back down. It's right here. Battle bridge is right in here.
Oh,
And you,
dude, that's so cool.
it is cool. It doesn't really work yet. Like, what should happen is like a big screen comes down in front of you and actually shows you space in front of you, just like the top, but it doesn't do that yet. So I'm not really sure how it's intended to work, but
Well,
it
let's
is
see
a
if this
cool
thing
space
works.
though.
This chair works.
Yeah, this chair, you can sit in them.
Power on. Oh, came on. Remote turret number 1. Oh, I just raised missile launcher.
Yeah, you can do remote turrets. Those do.
So apparently these big white screens that are in several rooms are supposed to eventually be able to change, kind of like in Prometheus or whatever, where like the screens could be whatever exterior you wanted it to look like, but
Oh,
for right
that
now,
would be
they're
cool.
just white.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. All right, so
Okay.
battle bridge, and then this way is the galley,
Oh yeah, there you go.
kitchen galley area.
Yeah, Black says
over
in chat,
here.
he says that laying in the med bay will set your spawn point to the ship.
Oh, that's cool.
Really?
That's what he
It
says.
works?
I don't know.
No way.
He
I guess
says,
there's one way to find out because I laid in it.
you laid in it, you'll tell us.
So this
But
over
do you have to
here
actually log out
is-
from it? Because a lot of beds log out.
Oh,
for
check
you.
out this loungy area. Oh, this is where this is the crew quarters here.
Yep, this
That's
is
so cool.
the crew lounge.
little
I'm telling you,
beds.
RP all day, dude.
Little beds, and then this big kind of loungy area, and this big table, and it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I'm just gonna say, man, as far as GTA goes, like Twitch
Listen to
RP,
your
eat your heart
bathrooms.
out. This is like,
Check out the bathrooms, man. Wow, that's pretty cool.
yeah, those are big
like
ass
shower cabin
bathrooms.
things. Yeah, they are. What's a luxury ship, man? Even crew gets
Well,
luxury.
I'm telling you what, though, with this setup, though, I'm sorry, I'd probably get water on the mirror back there. It's like, I'm just saying, I think there'd be some spray. I don't think
here's the pool table and the little video game thing, which will work one of these days, hopefully.
Just going around
awesome.
seeing if
There you
any
are.
of these chairs will kill me.
Yeah, right in here.
Oh yeah, feel like I'm playing Rebel Galaxy Outlaw all over again. I just will play a little pool.
Yep, we'll do pool on this $900
That's
ship.
so cool, man.
Yeah.
It's like, don't worry, yeah, I'll watch. Go ahead, you're up. Go ahead, Scorp, break him. Kick back here.
Actually, it'd be kind of cool to hang out in here and do this. I mean,
It would, and then you could watch
You know?
people play pool and bullshit and RP
Yeah.
it up and stuff. I think
since
it'd be
most of
fun.
us can't just walk down the street and go to a pool hall together. This is really cool.
I'm telling
This
you.
observation deck though is like legit. One of
Oh, the
coolest.
observation deck is amazing. Yeah, we gotta head there next. The only thing that's odd, I think, is that the big. Oh, we're in the back again. We got to go back to the. No, we're in the front. We got to go this way and go up.
Back to the front, to the front, to the back, to the back.
Yeah, back in the lounge area. We got to go all the way to the top now. Med bay again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like the big luxury cabin for like the captain and stuff is in the back of the ship. Well, let's go. Tell you what, let's do this. Let's go to the spa and pool since we're down here.
I'm gonna let my dogs out real quick while I take in the stars.
Yeah, go
for it.
Head up here. BRB.
Dude, I could totally see just doing FOIP with this though, like for an entire stream session and just doing a whole dialogue with different characters on there. And
All right, so here's the spa. No, this will take us to the front, back, I don't know, whatever. Spa's this way.
this
What's
is
down there?
This is a really weird setup configuration for
Yeah,
chairs.
so
I
here's
guess.
the pool back here.
Oh, okay. Went that way. I went that way. Oh, because there's the spa, the saunas, or whatever.
Yeah. And the weird water wall thing is over on one side of this. I think this. Nope, over here. This way. No. Yes. No. Those are showers. Must be
I
that way.
feel like I'm
Oh, it's
driving
this
with
way,
my
it's this
wife
way, it's this way, it's this
right
way.
now.
Here's the little yeah, sorry. Here's the little grotto thing. I've only been here once, so
Yeah.
this is kind of new.
Cool.
Grotto thing. Yeah, you can actually sit in there. You can use the sit command.
Full space suit.
What is this thing over here?
So relaxing.
What is this?
Find your head. This looks like an escape pod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
those
it
are
like
those are the life rafts. So there's two ways to get off the ship.
Oh.
Those are for like the passengers, whereas the little escape pods are for like
Crew?
the crew. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. All right, what's over here?
I'm telling you, you can fit the whole
Another
server
one.
on one ship.
There's another one. Yeah, pretty much. And then this way it gets us to the back.
You know, the sad
Airlock.
part in this is amazing that all this is. It makes me realize how far we are off and having enough people to actually run. I mean, because you can't even have like 4 of these ships in a game and fully have like lots of people in it to make it feel alive.
No, I know. What is that? I don't even know what that is.
You just have so long to go, but it's really neat.
Oh, this is an elevator that goes somewhere.
Oh, that's a docking collar here, isn't it?
Yeah, there's docking collars on the side.
Okay.
Look at this. Yeah. There's the EVA suits.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I wonder where this thing goes.
Oh, here it is,
All right.
space.
Yeah. The final frontier.
Well, you guys probably already watched it, but they say that the docking collars are all the same as the hammerhead, so that's like the
Oh, that
standard
makes
now.
sense. All right, that's cool.
All the docking collars will have. sort of
But yeah, so then
standardized.
if you go through here, you actually get to what's back here?
So neat.
Oh, another little lounge area. Oh, this is one of the bedrooms. This is one of the. There's a bedroom here. There's a bedroom on the other side, and then the big master suite.
This is like the
through-
freaking Playboy Mansion, dude. It's like, oh,
Oh,
don't worry, we have
wait,
another master bedroom over here.
Yeah, that's the spa. Where's the big master bedroom? It's back
It's in the back, top floor, all the way at the back.
Yeah, top floor,
You get onto these things, you can. I think.
all the way at the back. Yes, all the way up here and around. See, I think these chairs in this area over here, you get amazing
Oh my
views from
God.
here. But the suite back here is amazing. No, this isn't even it. Is it? No, this is a nice observation deck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it
back
is. Yeah,
all
this
the-
is it. Yeah, it's amazing.
There's secret doors basically to the two sides.
Yeah, this is like, this is so cool. This is amazing. I was not a big fan of the ship, and I still don't think I have a really a use for it. But it's really cool, man.
Yep.
The water
It's
does
really
look
cool.
a little bit like
The water's not.
something like that. It's they'll
Great,
work
yeah.
They
on it,
got
I'm
they
sure.
got a lot of work to do on the water, but that's not
Looks
a
like
priority.
Jello. Yeah.
It's not a priority at all.
Where does this
I mean,
thing?
a company that
Oh, that goes to the other
desperately
side.
tends to make realistic,
Oh, that is cool.
they'll get to it.
Yep.
Yeah, this is really cool.
So cool, dude.
It's really cool, man.
Believe me, I know the risk associated with sitting in all the chairs, Scarlett.
Did
Oh
you
my
die in one?
God.
No, but apparently
Stairs
you
have no
seem
rails.
trapped in this in the lounge chairs.
It says Shady says
I mean-
Tickles counted the seats, and it's 56
Dude,
people
there.
can sit at the bar.
Wow.
And I need
There's
somebody to
seating
come
for
and click on
56.
sit on this
dude.
thing.
That's
Where you at?
crazy.
You're trapped.
I just went up to the lounge area again.
I went to what kind of bathroom debacle is this? It's like kind of a tub, but
So
not
the
really.
the one thing I've noticed is that there are lots of reflections on the glass. They have to make all the reflections on the glass go away.
Yeah, but what the hell is this tub? This isn't really a tub. It's too low for a tub. But it's got like jets on the bottom.
'Cause if I'm
It's a
looking, that's right. If I'm looking out the windows
right
on
there.
my very expensive 890 jump, I don't want to see reflections from what's inside.
Well, maybe when you have lighting control, you'll be able to fix that.
No,
The,
Why?
the
How many
windows
lights on
do
in
all
here?
seem a little bit.
the reflections are
Foggy.
crazy.
Well, no,
When they're all
but I'm
foggy.
serious. Like, aren't they direct reflections of what's actually here?
Oh, they are.
Okay,
They
so
are.
let's say when you have lighting control, just like in my house, if I turn the
Yeah.
lights off inside, I should have clear space or dim them down, you know? Like here you
Yeah.
can't. So I'm thinking you turn the lights down here, like in this office I'm in here, and the fish
Yeah.
tank could be glowy, you know, like have a good blue hue light in it. And then
Yeah.
back here, it's like you won't get any reflections. I feel like it's all turned up to 11, you know, with all the lights and interior.
I think they need to make it a little
Tone it
bit
down a little bit.
less foggy, because if
Yeah.
you look in the Phoenix, if you go into the Phoenix and you look out the windows of the Phoenix, it's like beautiful, clear views of the stars.
Yeah.
And now in here, it's like it's all this kind of oily, foggy.
Well, I feel
glass.
like it's lit that way though. Is the problem? Like in the
In fact,
Phoenix,
even
I think the
600
lighting, the lighting in the Phoenix is like recessed lights, so they're not like
Right.
true things. I think like here, like when we're looking in the main observation area, there's so many lights below, they're getting actual light bloom from the
No,
light
they are.
sources. And
But
I think
future glass would be able to diffuse that and somehow have that not be a big thing.
I guess, but I
mean,
kind of like having it there. I'd rather have lighting control where I could turn it down or turn it off and do
Yeah.
it myself.
Well, that'd
That's
be
what
alright.
I'd like. So that way
that'd be all right too. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know, if I open up my front door and I got the glass screen door there, and if I have all the
Yeah.
lights in my hallway there, it's clear, looks like a mirror looking back at me, right? But if I turn it out, I can shoot straight out the front door and see perfectly.
That's true.
So I think they're a victim of their own hyper realism by making real reflections and real glass and real, you know what I mean?
Oh,
That's-
100%.
Yeah, they're guilty of not cheating enough, I'm sure.
But the problem is, if they give you light control later and they cheated, you'll feel like the lights don't do anything, right? Imagine like if you have this on a dimmer or slider in here and you could actually control the lights right now.
That
you'd-
would be pretty cool,
you'd
right?
see a
And then it'll reach
dramatic
point where It would
effect.
be really black.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, enjoy your frames while they last, because you know they're going to go RTX before long.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So don't
they will.
worry. I'm still waiting for all the Vulcan, right?
crazy games of hide and go seek in this ship, though.
Yeah, no kidding.
Dude, but I think think of the gun battles.
I do. That's kind of one of the things I really wanted to test out, is kind of run around thinking about if I had to fight on this thing, if it's too canalized or if there's multiple routes to different places, which there are many different elevator shafts, many different.
I mean, right here alone, like you have all
ladders.
you have all this glass, and it's like blocks lasers. I mean, you could have some crazy gun battles in here just in this observation room.
Yeah.
Let's take
Space
the
Genie.
try to
It's a
take the
Space
bridge. You know, it's like good luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Like right here, you can put a stack layer of people. This is like when we were doing the land-based stuff, right?
Yeah, trying to take an outpost.
Yep.
I can't wait till they actually have EVA suits and stuff. Why haven't they come up with an EVA suit that looks like, would go in these EVA slots?
They just haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
those
they've got,
those
like-
cost extra.
I mean,
Those
I
cost
just mean
extra,
like you would think all the armor they're doing and stuff, the sort of general
think-
EVA suits would be.
My
a cool
hope
thing
is
for
when we
all
see
these
personalized inventories come in, that's where we'll start to be able to choose some things like that. It's not like default, this is the one, you know what I mean? Like you could
Yeah,
choose
for
your
sure,
suits
for
and they'll
sure.
go in there. But I think that's what we need. We need that inventory slots where they're like personalized inventories. You hold this many, you can put this in a closet, you can put this there, but it should be pretty soon. Next
Hopefully
six
you
to
get,
8
like-
months, I think we'll see that stuff come online.
Imagine if you have to buy all that shit though. Imagine, because like the fuel for this thing is like what, 600,000 or something like that. Imagine if you had to buy everything that goes in the places that can house things too. You had to like buy all the EVA suits. You,
Check out
you clearly
these
have to buy
things,
the
man.
vehicles,
Cool.
right? So You
Absolutely.
have to buy the things that are going in the hangar. So you just have to buy everything. You have to have that money.
I know everybody in chat. No, I don't actually own an 890. I don't know. Do either of you guys actually own an 890?
Negative. I do not.
No, I don't either.
Okay.
Luxury's not been my goal in.
I would turn it into a combat capital ship.
So,
Let's be honest. I wouldn't even just because it's
Yeah,
what's
I mean,
available.
no,
What I
I
would
could
say
see the
about
org
it-
buying this at some point.
Yeah, what I would say about it is it's not quite as multifunctional as a 600i is. Everybody always said the 600i was the luxury boat, but in reality it was an exploration variant. So it's
Yep.
got a lot of practical things. to it, and this does too. I mean, you can do the same stuff with this that you can with the 600.
How much was the 600i? $400 for the pledge?
Something like that.
If I had a 600i, I would have sold it and got this. Just because.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could see that, but I think that.
But because I don't own one, I still won't get this. This is one of the ships I will earn in game. It'd be one of the things that I don't need, but for my collection, that's what I'd get. You know, I much rather if I was going to drop $890, I would put it toward an Idris. There's just no doubt in my mind. That's what I would.
I mean, I used to not be an Idris fan, and then I saw the video of the interior of it, and all I could think of was how useful all those spaces are for an org. You know, you've got a briefing room, you've got weapons, like you've got firing ranges, you've got all kinds of places for people to use, like not just RP, but like actual.
Where's the staff? I need to clean this glass. What the heck?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like we said, all the seating and stuff. But like a couple comments from chat here. Val says he has one of his buybacks from 2016. I'm sure you do, Val. You own everything in your buybacks. Let's see. Black says, Scorp, just dip into your kid's college fund. No problem. Yeah, just like get your one there.
But you know, I guess it just goes to show how the difference between design of spaces lends itself to one thing versus another. You know, luxury oftentimes is a ton of wasted space for the sake of, you know,
luxury
for room.
Body.
It's
to show how much you've got, so much money that you've got, you know, corners of
luxury
places that
equals
don't do anything. You know?
Comfort and extremes, right? Like, oh, I have plenty of room to stretch out everything because I can.
Like I would have seen a theater or, you know, something for people to like, aside from the restaurant, places for people to congregate. But I guess that's not really the idea. So that's kind of where like this would, for me, if I were to pick it up, would be a placeholder for the Idris, just because the Idris will serve as a mobile org base so much better.
If I bought this, if I owned one of these, I would be doing an RP day every week of just being in this because it's worth it. You could do, and you know, like I said, I've always said, hey, I'm not a big RP guy, but Star Citizen has made me really want to do that stuff because it's just so immersive like that.
Here's the thing though, when persistence really hits home, when they finally say, hey, you can't spawn gear anymore, you have to put it somewhere and it's got to live there and you got to go get it from there, and then people start spawning on their ships more often, ships like this will become more popular because the ones where you can live aboard them and they feel like you can live aboard them are going to be places you want to spend a lot more time. Like even in a game, the walls will start to close in on you if you want to try to live on a Vanguard or live on a 300i. You know,
you would actually host events in this too. I mean, like in-game events. You know what I mean? Like if you wanted to do diplomacy, rather than go to a planet, wouldn't you like rally somebody's 890 jump and have all the entourages and people and everybody who's like gonna be part of that diplomatic conference for a real in-game thing, not just for RP sake? Like if you're in a battle with another org, this is a neutral territory, like somebody's third party 890 jump you come to, you sit down at the table and you actually talk it out. And I mean, that's cool stuff. Yeah. That's really cool stuff.
And I think that that's one of the reasons that I think the 600i continues to be a permanent place in my fleet, is because the day that I stop wanting to spawn in any specific city or base or whatever, I'm going to want something that feels comfortable. I know it sounds weird for a video game, but you know, some place that I can run around, a couple of rooms, couple of places to put gear, like it stores a lot more sets of gear than a smaller ship. All those types of things are going to matter when persistence really becomes real.
Absolutely.
Let's see if this windshield still has this bug. I saw this somewhere.
And it's and the thing is, this would easily be any type of org's flagship too, right? Like for their just for committee meetings and hanging out and all that stuff. Because one thing I think they've done really well in Star Citizen is you can tell, like when you're in something like this or a 600i as opposed to a Hammerhead, the military ships feel very confined, right? Like they should. It's very utilitarian. You don't really have a meeting space to hang out as so much, and when you do, it's like it's not really spacious by any means because it's all purposely built. Whereas this is like definitely something like you could have like a party in here and you mingle from one little group of people hanging out to another little group of people, and
Yeah.
and all that stuff. It's structured like that. It's really cool.
And there are a couple
Yeah, it is
multi-use
cool.
spaces. The hangar bay and the bay
Yeah.
are things you could use for a couple different reasons. But
How much cargo does it hold?
just under 500 is what they said on the show.
Okay. Well, that's not bad.
And they said that literally, you know, they couldn't fit more than that on there without removing rooms and features. And the number that was originally advertised, which apparently wasn't even SCU, it was like the old system.
Yeah, the old
Yeah,
cargo
yeah,
units or whatever, where
the
they didn't know what they
1600.
were. Yeah.
Yeah, they would have had to wipe out the entire lower deck and make it all cargo, which just wouldn't even make any sense.
Well,
Like,
those
oh,
numbers
shit.
too.
That takes you out of the ship. Okay, that's cool.
what
Those.
does-
What do you do?
It's the
Go
elevator
outside.
that takes you out of the ship. I found it finally.
There you go. Now, one of the things with the cargo units, though,
Oh.
when they started arbitrarily throwing numbers
Wow.
there as placeholders, they were still debating what size a actual cargo unit would be, like what was the
Right.
standard thing. So they didn't know. They were just kind of throwing numbers based on scale. But
The sounds are so nasty from this thing. You sit in the chair and you hear the engine noises and stuff.
Mhm.
It sounds like a big. I mean, the sound design of
Yeah.
this game are on point.
Yep.
I'll be right back again.
How many AI do you think this ship will need? I really think you could run the ship with like 3 to 6 people pretty easily. But to make it feel alive and actually be used for what it would, I'd want a dozen crew members, people or AI. I would in this ship,
Oh, at least I think so.
because how many well, you have 4 remote turrets.
They said there were 9 weapon systems on the ship when you add them all together.
There's 4 remote I saw. I know there's a manned turret in here for sure.
There's 2 remote missile turrets, an auto turret on the back, a manned turret on the front, and I think there's turrets on the bottom too. So
Yeah.
what is that? That's at least 2, 4, 5. There's 4 more somewhere. I don't know where.
And the way they said they were going to do the auto turns was it's pretty much going to be these same remote ones, and they'll just have pre-installed AI blades. So you want to buy them or anything like that, they'll just be already ready with the AI blade to make them auto capable on the missile turrets and stuff for point defense and all those good jabs.
Can't fly this thing.
I can't get back in after I fell out
Oh,
on that elevator.
Also, interestingly, they said that the upper bridge will override the battle bridge, but I think they should do it. That
Yeah,
should be
why? That doesn't make
backwards,
any
because
sense.
if
that'd
you're
make
trying
more
to
sense.
get out of
Yeah.
it, you know,
Secure your ship, secure yourselves inside the battle bridge.
you don't want somebody to just be able to get onto the regular bridge. And
Yeah.
Right, that would defeat the whole purpose of the battle bridge.
Are you still stuck outside EVAing around? I'm looking through the window.
I mean,
get
you're
back in,
hanging outside, yeah. Oh yeah,
I mean-
I'm at this. Yeah, I'm at this this airlock right here. You can't open the inner door. Oh, other side. Yeah. You can open the outer door, but you can't open the inner door. I don't know why that is.
I
It's-
think I was
just
able to
gets
open the inner door
confused.
earlier.
There we go.
It's teamwork. Yeah, you crawl on in.
Yeah, I don't like walking. It's all good. Okay. All right, good enough for now. But yeah, this elevator back here that I didn't know what it does before. This one
Yeah.
takes you right to the outside of the ship.
I think there was an issue with it not going all the way to the ground though. Like you can't even get onto it if it's in a hangar or something.
Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what it.
Well, we know it put him outside.
Yeah.
It put me
Injection.
outside. Yeah.
It's an injection chute.
That functionality works good.
All right. Well, good deal.
Absolutely.
So this is another bedroom.
Yeah, there's like 2 bedrooms, one on either side, this side and over on that side, that are pretty nice too. Smallish, but they have a private bathroom.
Yeah. Black says inner door lock prevents invasions. Well, that makes sense.
Sure does.
Shady says, for the amount of people you can potentially have on the ship, you think it's lacking enough lifeboats if things go south. I think
So
I think you're
there's
partially right. There's 2 big lifeboats though that are like where they hold 10 or 12 people.
8 each.
Yeah,
8
there's
each. Okay.
8 each.
They're
So that would be
large.
16 guests. Which, if you look at the bedrooms situation, is
Stocking. So those are further forward, right? I
So
think
you're saying the swimsuit models
got
get
the
left
skate
behind.
They might. I mean,
Yep.
or all the crew get left behind. One of the two.
That's true.
Oh no, they're right here. Here's one right here, and it seats 8. Yeah.
Yep. So 16 people on boats, and there are 16 on boats. So 32 people can escape the ship in conventional means. So that's pretty good. And that's not including
Pods.
Yeah, that's not including any ships docked in the hangar. If you had a Cutlass or something else, you could also load those up with people to get off the ship too. So I think you'd be able to get people there. I think you'd get quite a few.
This situation with the glass, though, I mean, I'm sitting at the head of the table, or one of the heads of the table.
Yeah.
And there may as well not be a window here. It's just, you can't see anything outside.
But you also have to remember the style of like yachting too, right? Like yachts have huge amounts of room. Like if you were going to fill a real life yacht, which is an amazing bar, by the way, in here. If you're going to fill a real life yacht, you could literally hold, in some of the super yachts, 50, 60 people, but that's not the way they work. Usually you have 8 to a dozen guests on a yacht tops, and then they move from different areas for events, right? They move like this area be a party area, this be this. So they don't use all spaces at once, but that's how the crew sets up different events inside a yacht and things like that if you charter a boat.
Yeah, you can entertain more people in a mansion than you would actually have sleep in a mansion.
Absolutely. You don't fill it to capacity, right? That's the whole part of luxury. You have like, you might spend the weekend there with your friends or the owner, and then you might in the evening you go down to the bar for a while, and then you go to the dining room or one of the 2 dining rooms, and you might go to the game room, but you don't have people operating all those spaces at the same time because it allows the staff to get those things prepared and cleaned up and all that jazz. So God, dude, I don't know. It's like having this boardroom in here is sick.
It is cool.
It's so cool. And then
having all the room, it really is your own building, and you don't have that anywhere else in the game.
It's an org
right now,
base. Let's just be honest. It's literally a floating org base. But look at this shot right here. If you had a clean shot from the back of the table, you had people standing here, and you're having a board meeting, and the point defense turrets come online, shooting rockets. I mean, that just looks so insanely badass.
I think the other cool thing would be, again, with persistence, if they made it so you could put your own posters up in the rooms, or you could like make it livable. It would be very interesting to have people who more or less permanently reside on these ships, and you go over to their room if you want to see how they set it up, and you're not going to go there for any specific reason, but they'd be like, hey, I put this hilarious poster up, check this out. And,
well, I'm telling you, one of the big features I want, and again, more towards when this thing's more of a live ready game, I want lighting control, like where I can control the lights. Because in this room alone, wouldn't it be cool if this is like 2-way glass where you could like smoke it out and you wouldn't see the exterior at all? And then you could drop it down in the boardroom and it'd be like this full view out there. You could dim the lights in here. Those type of things where it could give your own style. And not only that, just for cinematics, just have your own story. Would be amazing.
For sure. Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I'm just going to play the game like this. I'm just going to lounge at the pool, man, in somebody's 890 jump.
What would be cool is if the systems got into play where, you actually had computer interfaces and stuff. Like somebody that's on this ship in the executive suite probably has several monitors monitoring trades and stocks and stuff like that. And if you could actually make money from the ship, I mean, your gameplay would just be being a millionaire and continuing to like invest money and talk to other players and be like, see how much you could accomplish from your grotto, be like,
that'd be cool.
Deals with players, be like, hey, listen, I need you to go pick this up from this guy.
This is so cool right here. You see me doing this? Like I'm placing glasses down, picking them up, moving right. Here's your drinks. I mean, you could work this bar now. Like this is a thing.
Yeah. Apparently all these glasses have
all the
fallen through
stemware
the ship before. That's hilarious.
I'm moving him around right now. All the stemware, I can just like, yeah, you know. And the placement's working for me really good right now.
You need to have a corner booth back here, though. Like,
pool area is pretty good.
I will say though that like the height of uselessness is definitely cigar holder. Nice. Sauna. I mean, you don't get. It's one thing for a pool or a hot tub to be in a ship, but to have a sauna for with room for like 10.
There's a lot of room in that
is
sauna.
Luxury.
A sauna, when I go into the sauna, I can actually smell the cedar.
Yeah. It's immersive.
Oh, look, it's Coffee. Coffee's got his new gaming handle now, and there, Coffee Gaming.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the land of the offensive.
Yeah. Sorry about your troubles on the wonderful platform.
That is what it is.
It's good to see you, brother.
So can I actually have the proper attire on for the pool? Is that a possibility here? Let's take a look here.
Yeah, I was gonna try that to see if we can stay alive inside this thing if they've actually properly.
I like when Scorpion was talking about smelling the cedar. That nose monitor says, "Dude, sweating." Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Balls, the small balls.
Why can't I get rid of that stupid cap on my head? What's up with that thing? Is that just
sad vegetable right here?
There by default, or what's up with that now? Oh no, now it's gone. There we go. That's more like it. That's the proper pool attire, and now I can lay down here.
I don't know. We need to plan a SpaceBro meeting though,
like
and we'll get some of this content planned out. Because I want to do like an RP day, and I want to do like a couple talk shows.
That's more like it. There we go.
It'd be cool to do to totally do the events from the this is the thing that I think will be a cool change of the state of the game, where similar to the trade show that they did that was like in the game, when people actually want to do things in the game as opposed to like outside of the game, will be
I
awesome.
have to.
I had to stand up to pick up the glass.
I gotta go down here. I haven't been down here yet.
I really want to. I want some of those emotes and animations to be in though. Like, I want to be able to sit there, grab the glass off the table, and then like have a conversation in VoIP and be able to throw it across the room if I want. Like, you know, just like, it's like, no, you're not gonna talk to me this way.
Have a GM meltdown and quit.
So good.
She quit.
No, Deep. I don't know what you smell like. I'm not sure I want to.
They got some love they need on the animation, so a little bit. It's like I stood up with a glass in my hand, and it's like I stood through the table. But yeah, it'll come together. Or I can drop the glass on the ground and stomp on it. Mazel tov!
Oh, that's the elevator. That's right.
Glass fight, like puke fights and Sea of Thieves, yeah. A toast emote where you can clink glasses together. See, there'd be a lot of cool stuff. I'll tell you what, though, the emotes are already pretty robust. A lot more than people realize. If you don't realize the amount of emotes in the game, there's an insane amount. Not that they all work.
Crew quarters. That's true. Forgot about these. It's a little lounge for crew.
Yeah, lots of lounging areas.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's one thing this game doesn't lack, and that's lounges. There is.
I don't want to know how many rooms there are. I want to know how many chairs or places to sit there are in the ship.
Well, like they were saying in chat that Tickles counted just the bar area, and there's 56 in the bar. So you could basically invite the entire server over and just seat them at the bar.
Yeah, Chuck says, I understand this is a luxury ship and all, but man, there's a lot of space here. I think it's better than the 600i. I think they did learn a lot of lessons from the 600i, which of course was the entire point of using that as a style sheet generator. But there isn't any room in this ship that you're like, what is this for? Like, why is it built like this? Like in the 600i, there's that one room that's got like, it's like a cot room, which doesn't make any sense for a ship like that. And there's an entire middle area that doesn't even do anything. Like they even multi-purpose some of the big open areas in the ship, like a basketball court in the hangar and stuff like that. So
yeah,
so I think they've learned some in that regard. But you're right. I mean, yeah, that's how you know you're rich, because you got more space than you know what to do with.
I love here at the bridge where it has the radar out in front of the pilot, and you can actually see it floating there, like the big radar. I wonder if third person, like from a non-pilot, if I can look over and see the actual blips of enemy ships when they're around.
Yeah, hopefully they'll do a lot of work with that that type of functionality.
That'd be awesome. Awesome, possum.
I should leave my glass there. See if it's there next time.
Yeah.
So much coolness. And to be honest, again, it's running pretty smooth too with even all this. So
yeah, not bad. I've been pegged at 60 frames the whole time, so.
I really want to know when they're going to put the basketball in here, though. I mean,
they did it on stream. I mean, they did it on their live stream where they made the whole thing work. Like, how can we not even just get that?
Yeah, there
So
should be
what
like
if
a
it's
rack of
broken?
balls
We all
right
know
here,
it's
you
going to be broken. So so what?
at least you can try to do it, right? Like, kind of mess
Right.
with it. Like
JT
everything else.
uses 3 streams together. Bloody awesome. Yeah, man. This
Yeah.
is
Bloody awesome.
is
That's
this
right.
technically our first squad stream, boys?
I think so.
It's first for me, yeah.
Because
So
there's
we
been
working
several
pretty
times
good.
we wanted to do it, and unfortunately, most of the time we're streaming with another party that's like didn't have it. So I kind of didn't want to be a dick and be like blah blah blah. But what we've decided, like from me talking to several people, is like if the partners do this, and then we tag a multi-stream in all of our channels in addition to that for anybody else who's not in the squad, it just helps market it across
on a
everyone.
team, though.
You have to be partnered.
Oh,
It won't work for non-partners. So if you're playing with
I
a
see.
non-partner, they can't.
I thought that was just for launch. I thought they were going to open it up, but
It'd be smart too. I mean, I don't see the purpose in gating it behind that, but I guess partners, like, we want some features so we feel special and all that, but this isn't one of them. I think this is a good tool to, play with your friends, not have to use third-party tools and apps in order to like make that happen and market them, but it's whatever.
Oh, it's upstairs. I keep missing where the darn
So
main bedroom is, but it's on this level in the back, yeah. But yeah, they have like a backgammon game over here on this table. Like that needs to work.
absolutely.
All these little things need to work, man. The sooner they get some of those little things in, I think the easier it's going to be for all of us to kind of just wait it out.
yeah, I think they could do all kinds of little stuff to kind of along that same theme of having things that you can actually do in game, like
I
play
agree.
cards or
Yeah.
shoot hoops or have meetings or watch a movie.
Absolutely.
Like they should just
Yeah, I
go to
agree,
Amazon and
Phantom,
be like,
100%
Amazon,
with the partner
give us,
thing. I just
give
don't.
us
I don't
like
see the
5
reason.
movies that you have ultimate rights to, sci-fi movies.
Not on
and,
things like
yeah,
this. It
play
doesn't
them
make sense
on
to have to be a
monitors and
partner to use a feature like
Yeah,
Squad Stream.
there are lots of things they could do.
So it's literally, you could just download the movie. It would exist in the Star Citizen folder, and you would just play it
Yep.
through that monitor.
Yeah, I'm just not sure they're thinking in those terms, right? I mean,
No, they're not.
and we're all kind of hanging in there pretty well. But I think a lot of people are not even looking at this right now because they're gonna wait and come in at the end of the year again and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of things they could do to get us to actually hang around and hear more.
Well, I think you're going to get a rush of RP people coming back in with this, with the 890N and things of that nature, to start with. So,
Yeah, I think that's probably right.
all right. Well, we're going to put up the question thread for people out there. At least I did in my stream. So that way, if you guys do have any questions you want us to address about the game at all, we'll do that for the next few minutes. But then we're going to wrap up. We know Scorpion's got to get to bed
Yes.
early and You know,
Yes, he
a lot of
does.
us have things happening, so we're gonna do it. We fit our 2 hours in this in, and I know it wasn't a typical SpaceBro show, but most of the content this week centralized around the 890. So we felt like,
Sure
what
did.
better way than to just get in, jump around, kind of give our opinions about aesthetics of it, and kind of check it out with you guys. That's what everybody else is doing anyway, so figured that'd be fun.
Hell yeah. The only thing I wanted to do is start getting ships in here. It'd be actually interesting if it doesn't really make sense ultimately, but for now, like if you could use it as a ship spawning location or something.
I want to see. I want to see what it looks like when it blows up. How long do you have to wait for it to respawn?
That's a good question. I mean, we're in the PTU, so as long as expedite time on this thing isn't a million UEC.
Can we self-destruct and make it out of the ship in time to like see the explosion?
I wonder how long the self-destruct timer is on a ship this
It should be at least 60 seconds on this one.
Oh, this is the battle bridge.
I would hope. I'm not sure I can make it to an escape hatch though to get out of the ship like I do that. This one would be a challenge for me.
I love the plants, man. I really, you know.
Is there anything else in this patch worth
here.
looking at? Chuck asks.
Is this oleander? This is oleander. This is poisonous.
Really the 890 is the main feature set. The rest of the stuff they did previously were like little fixes and things of that nature. Nothing major delivered but the 890. In my opinion, there's a lot of back-end stuff. Is there anything you guys can think of that was delivered in this last couple patches that was like, hey, come play Star Citizen?
I don't think so. I mean,
Nope.
aside from some polishing items here and there.
Yeah,
I mean,
this
the hacking
is a big
mechanic
feature.
is interesting. The economy stuff is interesting in that we have to rethink kind of how it all works, because you want to mainly sell things at big places and not small places. The drug trade is kind of non-existent. So yeah, I mean, some stuff's changed, but like nothing huge really.
I'd say nothing that was like, hey, this is a huge feature set. Come play this game right now. You know what I mean? If you haven't played it,
I agree.
if you haven't played it, obviously there is hundreds of hours worth of stuff to look at and do in Star Citizen. If you've played
for
this
sure.
game for years, as many of us have, you just play by patch. You know what I mean? You can, you know, it's a buy of the patch type thing.
I think one amazing moment that always strikes me when I'm in Star Citizen, especially with new ships, is when you get into the seat. I'm looking outside the ship right now, but I'm like looking into the atrium. I just saw somebody run by and run into a door. But like most games are not like this. Like everything in this ship is interactable down to little doors, stairways, chairs, glasses.
Now we can't do everything we want to do with those objects, but they actually are rendered as an object
Not
in the
quite
area.
yet, yeah.
So
But I mean,
they
even
will
at
get
this
there.
point, most games you get into a ship and this thing is just one big mesh chunk, right? It's not like a thing to be inside of necessarily. And in Star Citizen, man, like there's granite floors in there. I mean, I can just get out of this chair, and it's just when you, for some reason, it's more poignant when you're looking at it from outside. You're like, to have everything in here work like that, it's just it's wild.
Yep. No, I can't wait to see Burke get in here again with Classy and everybody, and you know, hopefully I'll get an opportunity to play with them, because I mean it's really fun, because I've seeing guys that don't play this every day and see how excited they get about it and all the theories and stuff is just amazing. It's like, you know, kids candy store. It's like when you introduce your kids to like something that you've seen for years and they're like super hyped about it, and just like it's so cool to see other content creators get really excited. Let's see. So questions. Let's see if we got any on the board there. I see Nosemar asked one in chat. We'll go ahead and ask. He says, what time do you think multi-crew ship play will be introduced? Right now, manning stations doesn't really do that much. Yeah. If you talk to Chris Roberts, he would say multi-crew's in the game. If you talk to me, the beginning of multi-crew functionality is there, but I agree with you. There's not really a multi-crew demand yet. So
that asteroid is rotating.
Yeah, I saw that.
The one next to the ship?
Yeah. I can't get out of this, by the way. I can't get out of this battle bridge chair.
Yeah.
Another one. I'm stuck in.
That's cool.
What do you guys think about multi-crew? Or the present state in the game?
To the extent, yeah, it's
not here. I mean,
it's just like not the professions. It's like the functions of the ships, right? The combat-related are there, and multi-crew as it relates to combat is kind of there. You know, you've got people that can clearly operate guns. I think there are a couple of ships that will allow you to have your crew just systems like move shield concentrations around and change your power priorities and stuff like that. So in that respect,
yeah, to some
it
extent,
does have multi-crew. But when it comes to things like fixing or changing components,
right.
radar, managing scanners and that type of stuff, or in mining, having somebody do some other mining function while you're flying the ship, all that stuff is not there yet. So
yeah, and
right.
even the limited aspects that are there, like even the gunnery and stuff, it doesn't feel necessary all the time. You know what I mean? Like with the exception of like the hammerhead, where the whole functionality of the ship is those guns. It's like
some of the turrets. I mean, you do get a big benefit by having somebody in the turret on like the Cutlass Black or other ones like that. But I agree that right now, like manipulating shields and manipulating power doesn't do a whole lot to help you right now, because the time to live or the time to kill is so short. Right, you're not going to be in there very long, so it's not going to matter very much, right? If you're getting pounded, it doesn't matter if you shift shields around; you're still getting dead pretty soon. Which,
ironically, I feel like 3 years ago, multi-crew had more functionality than it does today, because there was a time. Remember when they had the Connies did have the bug, right, where the shields were like way OP. If you shifted shields around at that time, they did actually matter, and it did block things. And I feel like ever since they dumbed things down, kind of rebalance things of that nature, that's not the case anymore. And what I find the irony in that is now they're trying to buff everything back up, so that way everything's like gets disabled instead of blown up. And it's like now they're going to rebuff everything that they nerfed. So I'm just like,
Phantom XZ says multi-crew doesn't exist. Anyone can fly one ship right now and do everything you need except for the hammerhead. So I think to some extent you're right, but the only thing keeping that from being different is a little bit of UI work, like making it faster for people to interact with ships and their systems. Like Mobiglass is hot garbage, right? We all know that it's difficult. But if you look at something like a simple example of the Vanguard, is a strong fighter in its own right. Yeah, it has a big gun the pilot can bring to bear in a fight. But there's a pretty big difference between a Vanguard without a turret gunner and a Vanguard with a turret gunner. Even right now in a dogfight, there's a pretty big difference there. And part of it is just vision of where your enemies are and stuff, much less getting a gun on the bad guys. So that's just like a tiny version of what other ships could benefit from, because you can move shields around and stuff and systems, but how much better would it be if all you had to do is focus on flying and pulling the trigger, and you could just talk to your crew member and be like, hey, I need shields to the rear, we're coming around,
or they had the interface to see that themselves, right? Like, because that's what you could actually sit at that thing, see the shields are going down, and it's one of those elements. I want to get back to that. I want to get back to where if I'm the co-pilot or I'm the engineer and I'm the man in that station, if the captains have to yell at me about moving shields, that means I'm not doing my job, because I can see it's visually happening. I need to respond to that type of stuff. I also look forward to the gameplay where it's like you are a full engineer in some of these ships, because a lot of the ships, even the medium ones we have engineering stations. I want to, if they're going to have like, this turret got blown off the hammerhead, or we have a fire in the bay, I want to shut those systems down, reroute stuff. So I have my own mini gameplay there as an engineer that prolongs the life of my ship. I think those things are important too.
If you look at other games for reference as well, look at DCS, Digital Combat Simulator. It may seem like a weird analogy at first, but hear me out. The F-14 Tomcat module came out with something that I've never really seen in a flight simulator ever before, which is the Rio position. And you can have a computer back there, and they have like shortcuts to interact with your AI Rio. But the reality is, it's a lot better to have a person back there if they really know what they're doing. And if they do, then it makes that Tomcat crew much better in a fight. And I think that will be very possible with Star Citizen. You have somebody that knows their way around the ship systems, is quick on the uptake when something is broken, or they can anticipate the needs of you as a pilot. You get used to working together and
That
stuff.
teamwork
It'll be a
aspect.
lot different than being solo. Yeah.
Yep.
Damn, I agree.
Yeah, because when you don't have to clutter up your communication with giving minute instructions and responses, because you just see and you work as a team and then the communication can remain important for other things that are outside that team sphere. You know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
yeah, like I don't have to tell a guy, like if I'm on a football team and I play football a lot with a guy, if I have to pass to him or something, he knows that's what I'm doing. Whereas I can communicate other issues happening. I can communicate about to other ships in the fleet. I can communicate a lot of other things where I don't have to micromanage everybody's role inside the vessel, because they know what they're supposed to be doing. And so that's really cool. And then as we get into boarding actions and stuff, that's
And another good example is the Hammerhead. The Hammerhead overwhelm its systems abilities if everybody's just blasting away. So there's a certain amount of crew resource management that has to happen if you're really going to effectively man a Hammerhead, and that requires practice. You have to play together a lot and have a good leader.
And an engineer can also help tweak those systems to where he knows, okay, it's like heavy fighters, he can give more power to the guns, tack off some other systems where he knows, like, hey, it's not like that bad, or you could mitigate down the guns so they maybe fire for a longer burst to maintain fire support, because he knows his team's really good on focusing on target, whereas they don't need like maximum power in every gun, in those type of systems. So it's a whole balance act of like all those things, and I look forward to those type of aspects being in the game. I mean, it's so many layers. You have not only the sphere of like what's happening on your vessel that you're on, then you have the commanders of those vessels having to work as teams and have all those vessels work together, as well as have a fleet admiral that's like, okay, this is the overall strategy and game plan of what we're trying to do, coordinating between all the different squads within this fleet. And then if you're also doing a ground deployment, then you have to worry about getting your boots in the ground to deal with that. It's going to be so cool.
Absolutely. And it's only going to get more like in the movies or something, the bigger the ship gets. So for example, in a small ship, you're going to just be sitting next to each other. You're going to be able to just both do most of the things. But on a ship like this, you don't have somebody standing in front of the components all the time, because it's not a station. You don't sit there or anything. Yeah. So you're going to have to get your crew to be like, hey, we've got a fire down in the engine room. I need you to get down there, and I need you to work that. And you're gonna have people running around on the ship and trying to fix stuff and trying to man turrets if they're not already in there and stuff, because it's not a combat ship. You don't sit in those turrets all the time. So that type of thing will be more immersive as well.
Yeah. And like Kimmy's saying here, once server-side OCS becomes a thing, Arena Commander can become a great place to practice for multi-crew, as well as use of hangars to allow org members to discuss strategy and stuff. Yeah, when we can go in each other's hangars, we can sit on tables, just like what we want to do in this 890 jump. As we have more shared spaces for our orgs and stuff and all that, I think it's going to get really, really neat really quick. But we just have to get through some of these technological hurdles. It's going to take a little bit to do. So.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I think that's about all the questions. We got one more here from Coffee. He says, how much is it to expedite the insurance claim for the 890 jump?
Yeah.
And how long does that claim take?
We've got a couple related tasks here, I think, before we get out. One is to see what it looks like when it blows up, which I may have to do because I can't get out of the combat bridge.
Oh, really?
I can't trigger this door to open here either, so I don't really know.
And then we'll be able to
probably the server's about to.
So you're saying it's on me then, right?
We'll see. I can try to. Are you ready to self-destruct?
I hit it.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I just activated. Yeah, now it's beeping. I don't. It doesn't give me a counter though, so I have no idea.
It doesn't tell anybody else in here that it's self-destructing.
Like, you don't hear any alarms? Oh, that's bad.
I hear no alarm. No, there's no alarm. There's no lights going off.
Oh, that's bad.
It's like,
well, we want to get off the ship. So
do we want to get off the ship? Okay,
yes,
so we
can see the explosion if we can.
I wonder why this asteroid is rotating. That's really
I'm heading towards the asteroid and I'm backing off quickly.
This could be an interesting sympathetic explosion too if it blows up to the 600i.
Well, it
Imagine.
should blow
It
up.
should.
You would think a ship this size. I want to see if I get outside the blast radius of the ship because
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
should be pretty big, right?
you would think. I have no idea how big the timer is though.
I thought it was
Either.
like
It's got to be 60 seconds. I would think.
60 seconds or something like that. Yeah.
It's got to
like
be
10 minutes. We're like, oh my god, please.
The show's still going 2 hours
Please.
later. Nah, it's 30 to 60 seconds. It's got to be. I would think 60, but
All right, I'm gonna wait right here. We'll see what happens.
yeah, I think I got a pretty good vantage point right here.
Be the grand finale.
Yep. Let's see what happens here, and then we can tell you.
Oh,
Shoot!
Yeah,
That
600i
is
is
flipping
dead.
cool. That 600i was like not existent
Wow.
after the first burst. You cut the
Are you alive, Snake?
No, I definitely died.
Okay.
and I'll tell you what,
Crashed my client.
the
asteroid is
ship
still
de-rendered like entirely for me instantly there.
Why is this? Why? Yeah, for me too. Why is this thing rotating? This is cool. It's only there's only one though.
Oh
It
my
must
gosh.
be part of an animation or something.
I don't know. It's weird.
Submit crash report, I guess.
That's crazy. That was really cool though. That was a good explosion. That was worth it. Now,
Psychedelic right there.
yeah, Alanon says it's 80. He's seen it several times. 80, 90 seconds is what Moist is saying.
Okay.
So now, what we could do is before we wrap up, you could die, and then you could see what the cost is
that's a
to
good
do
idea.
that, and then see what the timer says for you. Maybe it's
right.
instantaneous in PTU. Maybe it's not. We don't know.
Listen, I don't know where I'm going to wake up. I guess at
Is that a thing? I don't think that's even a
Harcourt,
thing.
maybe. I don't know.
Probably our
Oh,
core.
the asteroids
yeah. I
come
wonder if we didn't test if I die if
Oh,
I wake
it's
back
like
up on the
asteroid.
ship. I'll have to
No,
try
no.
that.
Oh yeah,
On
we
the
didn't
subway.
do that. Well, that hey, more food for tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
it's
All right. So I
great.
need to die. I'll commit suicide real quick here.
Okay. Yeah, you'll just have to verbally tell us. I'll keep my camera on this asteroid because it looks cool.
The
Cost
asteroid
is-
looks really cool.
Luco says cost
let's
is
see.
really cheap, and expedite is 12 minutes. So we'll get a confirmation on the exact cost from Scorpion.
I am waking up to a black. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
I am at ArcCorp.
And if you want to see his screen, you can check the squad play, and you can see the other guys' screens. See what's going on
I
there.
have to run over to the ship place.
Back at Ollie.
All right, let's go.
1 hour non-expedite is what Phantom says.
1 hour. Wow.
Well, that's not for non-expedite. I mean, the Hammerhead's longer than
Oh
that.
yeah, the hammerhead's also long. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, now that by no means what it will be in final game, but
Yeah.
I would hope it'd be a
Yeah.
lot longer in the final game. For some of these ships.
For
Yeah, me
sure.
too. I think I,
I
went
mean,
to the
it's
place.
the cost is definitely not going to be that either. I mean,
You would hope
It's-
not.
the fuel alone costs 600,000 or something like that. So
The fuel is insane. Yeah.
You would hope so. I mean, it's a capital ship. This isn't
Yeah.
like it's not a rowboat. It's basically a capital. Or at minimum a sub-capital, but I would consider it a capital ship, a smaller capital ship for the line of them, but not by
yeah, I
much.
think it's easy to call it a capital ship for sure.
Yeah. When you get up to ships that can hold easily the entire embodiment of what our current server holds for people, it's capital.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Capital
Then
there.
when it can hold literally a half a dozen other ships, probably capital.
Yeah.
Time to do some shopping, so I don't look like such a pleb.
Fuel scooping for 890 jump will be very efficient for these cab ships. Yeah, I mean, but it'll be efficient for itself. A lot of these ships don't have the resources to like fuel other ships. Now, I wonder if the 890 could fuel smaller ships that land in it.
I don't
Someday
think so.
maybe.
Someday maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I
Not right
don't know
now.
if it's on the plan or not, but
Not until the next time one of them is
Yeah.
giving a question answer session and somebody asks the question and they say, well, not right now.
Maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future. And then 3 weeks later they
But
have
most
it. Yeah.
most fuel scooping's for fuel efficiency for itself, not for production and resale. So that's generally the way the systems
I would
were
imagine
planned.
if you weren't doing some crazy maneuvers, which I don't even know how you would do crazy maneuvers in an 890J, you probably won't ever run out of gas. I mean, you'd have to be doing a lot of like little maneuvering or something like that. If you're flying places or cruising, I imagine it would just be able to sustain itself, because a ship that size should be able to stay out for
A long time.
You know, like.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people having problems in chat here in the game that we're in, as far as like trying to get in their ships and stuff. We didn't really have a problem, but some of that might be related to the massive destruction going on.
Yeah,
like
it was going
broke
south
server.
there at the end.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So it's always on borrowed time at that point.
Yep. All right, we're almost at the ship port,
Many arrows,
whatever it is.
Hangar. I've heard like 3 or 4. Or
I would
something
think
like
2
that,
could go down the elevator at a time by themselves. I would hope. I mean, but
it kind of depends on like your idea behind how you want to use hangars. Like I'm not a big fan of like, will it fit, like the whole put a missile truck halfway into the bays of the Caterpillar.
I love that. Me and Paul did that first night.
It's like it very much breaks the fourth wall. Like you would never do that in a real universe, right? So
but we were able to kill ships with it.
There is some wiggle room for sure. Like just because you're in a parking lot with white lines on the ground doesn't mean you have to literally stay within the white lines. So I think there is some room for even aircraft carriers do that, right?
Oh, so you're the one that doesn't stay in the white lines.
they literally. I mean, I try, but I drive a pickup truck, so
Yeah.
I try to break everything. I mean, that's just part of the game. But yeah, I think for practical reasons, obviously, you're not going to do that. But for fun, entertain yourself in the game.
890 jump will be 1 hour delivery time and
expedite cost.
Claim expedite cost will be only 2,688 off USB.
That's cheap.
That's pretty cheap, yeah. Especially in the PT where
and that puts it down to like 12 minutes in.
12 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm not going to bother with right now because I'm going to be logging out here in a minute.
Yep. Much like what chat said, but just to clarify that, there you go.
Yep.
Confirmed.
So there you go.
All right, guys. Well, I know it was kind of like a different SpaceBro show, but that's kind of what we're going for. Have some fun, check out the ships and do the thing. And we're going to do, every time they do a major drop like that, I think we're going to do some more hands-on play for the show. As there's other content to review and whatnot, we'll obviously go to a more traditional SpaceBro show. But I like doing this format. Yeah. It's good.
I think it's great.
It was good. And we'll get some of the little issues worked out, but it's pretty good though. Not bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we definitely do more multi-streams or more squad streams. That's good fun.
For sure. And we'll do some more experimenting with the 890 and hopefully maybe get some RP and stuff. And hopefully we'll get some of these guys and we'll do some more tech talk on some different stuff. And that'd be a good leeway to roll out our review videos because we could refer to them in the tech talk shows, right?
Hell yeah.
There you go. A little promotion. There it is. All right, guys. Well, thank you to both Snake Eater and the Amazing Scorpion for being on tonight, guys. If you haven't followed them, obviously you can see them in the squad stream. Make sure you're doing that. And we'll see you guys next week on the next SpaceBro show. Again, 9 p.m. CST right here on this channel.
All right. That sounds good. All right. See everybody later. I'm going to kick my stream over to another person here.
Yep. We'll kick them all over. Kick them over. Oh, and special thanks to the amazing Jared Red One for his cameo appearance up there in the corner of the stream.
Yeah.
Have a good night, guys.
All right.
We'll see you later.
See you guys later.